Hi everyone, welcome back. It's been a while. The last episode I did here, I said something like, my intention is not to educate you today. So you probably think, she dumped us. She doesn't want to educate anymore. I've been trying to do an episode, but wow, my voice is just not, cooperating. I do private sessions, I do private mentorship and coaching on Forex, on how to trade Forex. So on a daily basis, I send tons and tons of voice notes to different people, to my mentees, of course. So by the time I'm done with my sessions and I sit and I try to do a podcast, my voice is like, nope, I'm not going there. I'm not doing that. So I'm glad that today, finally, I can do an episode. And also my previous episode, or my last episode, it was all about just me sharing my, bad experiences and how I got scammed. And on that particular episode, I did mention that my, intention was not to educate in any way. I was just sharing my experiences. So you probably think, she dumped us. She doesn't want to do any educational, episode anymore. So guys, don't worry. I'm here serving you again. So today I want to do to address the mostly asked question. These question, people ask me this question a lot, and sometimes I do send, because I do have a blog post on this subject, on this topic. I do have a blog post. I wrote a whole blog post on this topic, so I thought, let me just do an episode addressing that. Maybe just maybe, when you listen, it will be better than when you are reading. So, what is the topic for today? The topic for today is it advisable to quit your job and only focus on Forex trading, on day trading? People ask me this question a lot, especially in Jan. In Jan, I get a lot of kids, your 18-year-olds. By the way, I also have an 18-year-old. He finished his matric last year. So, yeah. Guys, please do feel free to congratulate me. I have an 18-year-old. He finished his matric last year. So yeah, I get a lot of 18-year-olds asking me, I want to trade full time. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to do anything else. I just want to sit in front of my computer and trade full time. I also get a lot of adults who are like, I want to quit this job. I want to start trading and I don't want to do anything else. Then I would ask, so how are you then going to make a living? Then the adults will be saying, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to make a living, trading Forex. And then sometimes I get people asking me, Demi, do you trade full time? This question is always confusing me, because maybe it is because of how I view, when someone says, I want to make a living of something, for me, it means something, that will give me enough money, to support myself, support my family. So if you want to do something and you want to do it full time, in this instance, we are talking about Forex. You want to drop everything else, you just want to trade. The first thing that you need to understand, before I even get, deeper into what exactly does it mean to make a living of something, before you can even get there, you need to think about the fact that you do not create your own trading opportunities in the markets. So if you are saying you want to drop everything and the only thing that you want to do is to sit in front of your computer and you want to trade, you are definitely going to, play a betting game where you have no idea what is going on, where you have no idea what exactly, are you doing, because you are just, trying your luck and you are betting there and there and there. But mostly people do not understand what exactly is Forex. What is it all about? Most people still think that trading Forex is all about, you get a platform, you get a cell phone, you've got your internet, then voila, you can now trade and make money. People don't understand that trading Forex comes with a lot. You will have to acquire knowledge. You will have to acquire experience. You will also have to work a lot on yourself, more than you work on strategies. I'll do a whole episode on that some other day. You will need to work more on yourself, more than you work on strategies. So that requires someone who is willing to learn, someone who is coachable if you have a coach, someone who is willing to go an extra mile and learn, and someone who is not lazy to read, because basically trading forex is all about understanding, the economies in other countries. If a country's economy is challenged, and a country's economy is kind of like depressed in a way, then you know that you can sell their currency. If the country's economy is doing so well, then you know that it is likely to strengthen their currency. That's basically what forex is all about, because we are buying and selling currencies. So we need to know when to sell a currency. We need to know when to buy a currency. I always say that what I love about the forex market, because I'm also involved in other markets, but what I love about the forex market is that there is no recession here. If you see a currency strengthening, you buy it. You see a currency weakening, you sell it. You don't have to wait for it to strengthen, then you sell later. You can just go straight and sell it. You see, so there is no recession in forex market. But now, because of how it has been sold to most people, of course, I was also sold that dream that you can literally invest $100 and drop everything else and stop working, stop, trying to pursue businesses and just trade and make money. That is what was sold to me as well. When I started trading back in 2009, I started with that same mentality. I just wanted to sit at home and do nothing else and, trade forex. So now I have addressed that part, what exactly is forex. So now you kind of like understand, if you didn't know, that, oh wow, there is absolutely no way that I can survive, just trading $100. Then another question would be, can someone really make millions trading forex? Definitely. That's a definite yes, a big yes. But the investment should also match, the returns. Of course, you cannot turn $100 into $1 million, dollars into 1,000 and thousands and thousands of dollars. And then you would find people who would be like quoting, this other guy did it, this other guy did it, but that is not our reality. That is definitely not our reality. Okay, now let's talk about kids. Kids who are like, I don't want to do anything else. I'm 18. People always ask me, I have people asking me, now that Tombi, your son is done with matric, because of course I was a proud mom and I posted online that, yay, my son passed his matric. I've had people inboxing me, asking me, now that your son has passed matric, is he now going to trade full time? My son does not have money. That's all that I always say. He knows that he doesn't have money, because for you to start trading, you will need money. My son doesn't have money. My son just finished his high school. I wouldn't be a good parent if I'm saying to my son, okay, son, you just finished high school. Now I'm going to give you my money. I love my son and everything, guys. Don't get me wrong. But he knows that I am not going to just let him sit at home. And he's not even thinking about that, because they say kids do what we do instead of like listening to what we say. So this is what I've been portraying to him. I run other businesses and I do other stuff, because for me, forex is investing. So he literally just knows forex as an investment, and he understands that at this point, he is still 18. He doesn't have money to invest. The money that he's been, trying to save there and there, it's the money that he gets from mommy and daddy. He doesn't have his own money to invest. He kind of like understand that. I would say that he is privileged, because I don't have to convince him otherwise. But I find myself having to speak to a lot of kids out there, trying to convince them, trying to explain to them. And wow, it is always like a challenge, to get through to them. But I do get through to them there and there, because I always try my best to explain these things. Then now, the answer to that, nope, my son doesn't have money. My son doesn't, he doesn't have any money to invest. My son needs to start his career. My son needs to start his business. My son needs to build his own wealth. My son needs to understand that We make money somewhere, then we come back and we invest. Just like we invest in stocks and we invest in the forex market. The only difference with investing in the forex market is that we are actively involved in this investment. But being actively involved doesn't mean that we now create our own trading opportunities. Okay, I'm going to make an example for someone who is kind of like not understanding where I'm going with this. You see, when COVID-19 started and economies were crumbling and stuff, and there was like COVID-19 started and a whole lot happened. There are a lot of people who then started investing in shares, and because it was like the markets were bleeding blood, and most of people were introduced into investing in shares, and which was a good thing. But for someone who already had some shares, it wasn't good news for us. It wasn't good news at all, because those shares that were doing so well, they were suddenly not doing so well, and we had no control over that. While COVID-19 was still happening, the forex market was still like dishing out, trading opportunities, but we do not create these opportunities. So how can you now drop a business or drop school or drop whatever else, your job, and now rely on something where you cannot create your own trading opportunities? It really doesn't make sense, right? So that part, you now understand that you cannot just rely on trading. Even if you've got like a lot of money to invest, you are going to trade under pressure and you do not create your own trading opportunities. I know this makes me like sound like, oh, I'm trading, but I'm also like anti-trading. This is not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I am trying to educate people and let people understand trading for what it is, so that there shouldn't be anyone who goes to to the bank and take out all their savings and then think that they are going to turn it into a million rand in like 1 month without experience, without trading experience, and without knowledge. That shouldn't happen unless if you have never come across my content or maybe listened to my podcast. Then probably you don't know, you still think that is how it works. Definitely you can make a lot of money in forex, but change how you view it. View it as an investment, so that you are able to understand that when you are investing, you do not create your own investment opportunities. You do not create your own trading opportunities. Now, to the kids, if you are a young one and you are listening to this podcast, you are listening to this episode, now you understand what forex trading is. Forex trading is not that exciting thing that you see on online. Everyone is posting. Forex trading is not about a lifestyle. It is not about that expensive watch that you see. It is not about that expensive car that you see. It is definitely not about all the bling that you see. It is a real opportunity, a legal opportunity, a legal investment opportunity that you can pursue. But you also need to understand that for you to invest, you need what? You need capital. So now I'm done with that part. Now the second part, now I'm talking to the adults. Now, adults are saying, I'm tired of this job. I don't want to work anymore. I just want to trade. Same thing applies to those adults. If you are out there and you were thinking, maybe someone has just told you that you know what, you can drop this job, you can trade and turn your 2,000 rand into 80,000 rand. I've been seeing a lot of posts like those on Facebook. You can turn 2,000 rand into 80,000 rand in like 2 months. That is all crappy, guys. You do not drop your job and invest 2,000 rand and expect to make a living. Now, this is for adults. What exactly do you mean when you say you are making a living of something? Let's look at your job, or let's look at your business. Or let me just look at the business, because at least the business, it's yours. So now, if you have a business and your monthly living expense or your lifestyle, it costs you about like 10 rand. Of course not. It costs you about 10 rand. That's what you need for your monthly expenses. Meaning, you with this 10 rand, you are able to pay school fees. If you have kids, you are able to buy electricity. You are able to support yourself. You are able to have some investments. You are able to live. You are able to live, invest, pay school fees. That is what making a living means to me. I don't know what making a living means to you, but because it is also easier to forget about the important things and just be caught up in this, I want to trade, I want to be a millionaire. Now, let's be realistic. Let's say currently, let me not make an example with 10 rand because wow, no one really lives off 10 rand. Let's just say your monthly expense is like 10,000 rand. Okay, 5,000 rand. Let's just do a minimum. It's 5,000 rand. You need 5,000 rand to pay for your kids' school fees, and all your other stuff that you need in your life. And you now think you are going to trade forex full time and make a living of it. It means the kind of an account that you will have should give you 5,000 rand, right? Because you want to make a living. It should give you 5,000 rand without draining it to the ground. Meaning you will take out these 5,000 rand, you will still have enough money to trade, multiply it, make more 5,000 rand, because it doesn't make sense to say you are making a living off your forex account and you are making exactly that 5,000 rand, and what should happen to your capital now? Because you need to still have your capital growing. I help a lot of people to make an income of trading, but I've also noticed that if I help someone who is already having an income, it's easier than trying to help someone who is desperate for an income. Because someone who is already having an income, it's easier for them to understand the whole concept of making a living of something. So now, let's say, just for argument's sake, because I just want to get this point across, let's say you invest 5,000 rand and you are able to double it in like 3-4 days. Maybe by the end of the month, you've made a whooping 100%, return. Still, you cannot afford to make a living, because if your living expenses is equal to 5,000 rand and you are only making 5,000 rand, then your account is always going to be on 5,000 rand capital. It is not wise to invest like that. Investing is all about compounding your interest. That's how you grow an investment. You compound. When you compound, your capital grows. Then you are also able to trade a bigger lot size, where you are now able to make more money than when you are trading in smaller quantities. It makes sense, right? If you are trading in larger quantities and if someone else is trading the same things but in smaller quantities, you can still make profits, both of you. But then of course the one who is trading with in larger quantity is going to make more money than the one who is trading in smaller quantities. But then what then do you need to trade in larger quantities? You need more capital. To trade in smaller quantities, you do that because you have a smaller capital. So you are not going to grow your capital, by the way, if you are constantly squeezing it, withdrawing some money because you want to live off it. It also adds unnecessary pressure, because you are trading and you are already thinking about your debt. You are already thinking about your expense, your monthly expense. If you have loans, you're already thinking about loan repayments, etc. It adds unnecessary pressure. But if you take trading as an investment and you are like, okay, it's okay to quit your job if you don't like it. Like, honestly, I also didn't like my job. So I know how you feel when you don't like your job. But what I'm trying to explain here is that if you don't like your job, you cannot rely on investing. Because in investing, you don't create opportunities, right? You now understand that. Quit your job if you want, but quit your job and start a business. Then do this. Make money in your business. Create opportunities, because in a business you can actually create opportunities. Create opportunities, make money in your business, be in control because it's your business. Then take the money, put it in an investment. Whether you are investing in shares, you are investing in other stuff, then you are also See, you are also investing in Forex. So now you are taking a portion from your business, you are investing it back to your Forex account. It grows, you take the money. If your business needs some money, you need to, because obviously when you start a business, there's a possibility that you are going to use your own money to sustain it. You don't start a business today, then next month suddenly you are living off it. So how is it going to happen with Forex now? It is not going to happen like that. You will have to find to start this business, start your Forex account, nurture the business. How do you nurture the business? You are there, you are available, you are doing everything that needs to be done to grow this business. How then do you nurture your Forex account? You are there, you protect its equity, you understand that it is an investment, you don't trade under pressure, you do all the other things that you need to do to grow it. You also grow yourself in the process, because you cannot grow your Forex account unless you grow yourself. You cannot grow a business unless you grow yourself. You see, the one who can manage themselves better is the one who can manage their business better or their finances better. So it's simple. There is nothing that is different with Forex than other stuff. It's just that the way it has been sold to people, unfortunately, that's what people see. So hopefully this podcast is going to reach as many people as possible. I cannot do this alone. If you find some value and you know that a lot of people need to hear about this information, please kindly share this information so that other people can also have an understanding, because no one really cares about explaining these things. When I decided to start blogging and sharing information, I knew that I wanted to be a reliable source that I always wanted to have when I first started out, and I didn't have any. I knew that I wanted to be a mentor that I wished I had, that I didn't have at the time. So everything that I am doing here, I am doing because I am trying to help people to avoid the same mistakes that I made. I mean, I've lost like a fortune, in the Forex market because I did not understand a lot of things. So now today is all about understanding what Forex is and what exactly is going on in the Forex market and also understanding this part where you are saying you want to quit your job because you hate it. Fine, you hate your job, quit your job, but then start a business because you would need to earn an income. You cannot quit your job now, you don't have an income, and your last cent you take it and you invest it. You invest it. Investments are not guaranteed. Investments are not guaranteed. You can be an experienced trader. I have like over 10 years of experience in trading, but I still cannot say it is guaranteed that I will make this such and such a percentage, because it is all dependent in the markets. Sometimes you make more, sometimes you make less, but it is all about understanding it as an investment, and also try to eliminate anything that is kind of like putting pressure on you, like trading with the money that you need for rent at the end of the month, because you are now going to trade and become too attached to this money. I'm going to make a whole episode on how to detach from the money so that you don't end up just losing it. I hope this information is of value. If you know any kids out there who are like my son's age, they don't want to go to school now, they just want to trade, please send them this episode, send them to my podcast, share with your friends, share with anyone whom you think is interested in Forex trading. That is going to save a lot of people. So I hope you guys are still keeping safe and this information is of value. So you can take whatever lessons that you are taking from this, but understand Forex trading as an investment, a very legal investment. But then you also need to trade smart. I always say, don't park your money in the Forex account. Make money, start a business so that you don't park it in an investment and come back and invest more. Create better trading opportunities for yourself where you are trading in larger quantities, making more money, and repeat the cycle. Then be happy. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Hopefully, I will do another episode very soon, in a week or so. Please do enjoy your Sunday. If you are not in SA, please do enjoy your day and keep safe.